Hey, before we catch up with the Pittsburgh Steelers this week, do you like my suit? It's from Shinesti.com, Shinesti.com. You could have your very own Pittsburgh Steelers suit, tie, jacket, pants, the whole wardrobe if you like us on Facebook. That's the easy part. Anyway, back to the Steelers.
You know what? I was a linebacker in high school. This guy was what I call, Andy, a line jacker, because linebackers like to jack people up at the line of scrimmage. Andy, there's a famous picture of you, Jack Ham, and Jack Lambert that, from what you've been told, is one of the most famous pictures in Steelers history, right? 3 of you in the locker room. When was that game after? Do we know?
No, I don't remember when that took place, but Lambert was probably just for his first couple of years. Just I was a rookie in '63, and he was a rookie in 72 or 3.
Yeah.
So I was almost 10 years older, and I was a Steeler captain for 10 years, and I'm kind of proud of that.
Let me ask you that: how do you keep, as a captain, a team? Because those were not the best years for the Steelers by any means. How do you keep the team, man? How did you keep the team motivated?
Well, we had a lot of good guys who we had constant meetings to talk about what's wrong with us, why are we failing, what's our problem, and we'd have all these meetings, and we just couldn't figure it out. And then Coach Knoll came, and his first speech, he said, I've been watching the game film since I took the job, and I can tell you guys why you've been losing. You could have heard a pin in this room. Pin drop. And he said, the reason you've been losing is you're not any good.
Well, thank you.
and I'm going to have to get rid of most of you. And 5 of us made it from that room.
Is that right?
To the Super Bowl.
Now, what was the difference, though, when he said you're not that good? How did he weed you out? Through tougher practices, for mental warfare? What was Coach Knowles, the Emperor, what was his weeding out process?
It was both of those things. I mean, obviously, he was saying that some guys weren't fast enough and quick enough and big and strong enough. And he also was saying you're not using your brain, because his whole mantra was success is in the details. And you've got to understand what the opponent's going to do.
You say that, let's use that word focus. Know where the other guys are on the field, focus in on your position, be smart how you play. Coach Knoll preached that. Our current Steelers aren't playing too smart a football. They've made a lot of out-of-position plays from what I've seen. The face masks last week were just, let me ask you something. Let me ask this way, because I'm thinking through this. We're all trying to think through this. You're taught as a kid, if you grab a face mask, to get your hands off it right away, right?
Oh, absolutely. You're not allowed to, you never were allowed to tackle somebody by grabbing his face mask, Now, we were allowed to hit a guy in the face like this, but not grab.
Right.
So I remember one time a coach, the linebacker was telling me to stop a tight end would block down on our defensive end, and the tackle would pull on me, and he was 6'4", 325 pounds. Mm-hmm. Here I am 6'2", 215 at the time. And I said, well, how do you think I should handle this guy? And he says, well, just give him a forearm shover and stop him. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work. I said, maybe I should, you want me to, dip around him and jump outside, or what do you want me to do? He says, well, what do you think his head weighs? Excuse me?
Yeah.
I don't know what a head weighs. I don't know, 30 pounds? What does a head weigh? He says, well, you weigh 220, stop that head.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And that's what I did.
Nice.
I went in, it was against the Cowboys, I went in and stuffed this big giant's head back, and he was not happy.
Yeah, sure he wasn't. He wasn't. Is there any one specific Andy Russell memory that is the one till you die in day, you'll go, that defines my Steelers career?
Well, I couldn't point one single play or even one game that changed everything. But of course, with Coach Knoll coming and his first year going 1-13, can you imagine a coach that good losing 13 straight games.
Well, it goes back to what you said, weeding the chaff from the wheat. You know, you're not a good athlete, you're out of here.
Yeah, so he was getting, and of course he started to get all these great draft choices, which we had not been able to do in the past. In the 60s, we weren't doing that, even though we had the #1 draft choice, because we were the worst team. So all of a sudden, you know, we have Ham and Lambert, Joe Green. Well, Joe Green was the change. He just changed everything.
Coke and a smile, Joe Green.
Joe came up to me one time. He says, he says, Captain, why do they call me mean? I said, because you're mean. You know, he just laughed.
Right. Wow, just amazing. Well, look, I thank you, and I think all of Steelers Nation certainly loves Andy Russell, and you better. And we'll cross our fingers for the rest of the Steelers season.
Yeah, I'm hoping they can turn this around, and I think they can. Certainly, they're capable of scoring a lot of points, and the defense starts to make some better decisions. You know, I see them dropping. The linebackers are dropping to 12-yard or the 15-yard, and it's 3rd down and 5.
Right.
And so the guy just hooks up and catches the 1st down, and then of course they make the tackle, but they make it for a 10-yard gain.
They've willingly given the underneath routes away.
I don't understand that coaching.
Lack of confidence in a shaky secondary? I don't know. We'll see, but we still got Big Ben at the helm, and when you got Ben Roethlisberger, you got a chance.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
Well, thanks, Dick.
Go tape up and get in the game. We need you this Sunday.
That'd be the shortest comeback in history.
Andy, thank you.